This community is truly special,
Right.
absolutely. Really
And
good people, really friendly people. And I see that we are getting ready for the next match. There we
yes,
go.
fantastic.
Renraku against BONK. And it's going to be on the same map as the previous match, which
They
is
voted for the
make
same map?
yes, which is going to make it really interesting. This is also going to be in the next tournament in January, Tarmac.
Okay, yeah. So what we noticed in the first round is that the 3v3 format seems to be a little bit more precautious. Players seem to be moving a little bit slower and taking a little bit more precaution moving through the map. Would you say that to be the case, Lizard?
I would say first of all, that was the very first match of this format, so neither team really was sure what to do. So we both agreed before the match that because we're part of the same group, so we just
Right.
had to share these notes.
Hmm.
We said, okay, start it out slow. Let's get a feeling on what's going on here. See, for example, Miso has waited on the rooftop before rushing in. He
Right.
managed to get Muffin, but Muffin wasn't alone. Even especially in a 3v3 format, when you need teammates next to you, there is much
Yep.
less map control. The map
Yep.
is unknown. Currently, it's
Looks like
2v2.
Rushler and Domler are setting up their tents, got their positions lined up, and camping and holding for position while Rain and Kinoko move through basement into lockers.
Absolutely, but the way they're moving slowly like this, they are expecting an ambush at any given time and place. Again, it's the defensive propensity of this format.
It looks like they're moving up through what is it, Skybridge? And
Towards Skybridge, yes.
Russia's going to have an angle on them first when they peel the corner.
Unless he gets surprised by the...
Wow.
He completely did not see that coming. The basement flank worked successfully.
Wow, yeah. Jinrai moving through slow and steady.
Team play.
BONK comes through, yeah, working together and moving together and covering each other. That was great. That was great.
Absolutely.
Although I don't disagree that Renraku had the wrong idea to camp up like that. It's just, again, this is NT. There's multiple paths. You kind of have to be cognizant of multiple directions. You can't hold two angles and lock down the map like Counter Strike. You have to be cognizant of the other opportunities and gather information to see who's coming from where.
These maps are also, in my opinion, rather complex. Not necessarily too much, but like you said, there are so many pathways.
Kanoko
And
just jumping
there's
through for Hanger.
verticality as well.
Yeah, Kanoku's coming through Hanger. Looking like he's going through the flank, through basement. I think he's going to catch somebody.
Domler, but he heard him. He heard the footsteps, which is why he turned
Man,
around. Got the recon.
looks like Rusher's down too. I don't know where Muffin caught him.
Basically by the ghost. Both teams went for the ghost, but from different angles. While BONK split up to try to squeeze in from both sides, Renraku, Rusher, and Domler stuck together. Domler is calling out now for Miso, and Miso did his job as a recon, a flanker who basically was held in reserve until the team had the intel. Okay, we know that the last enemy player is alive over here. Let's send our recon to flank him.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And it affords you the opportunity to still take care of your other teammates or have those other teammates as assets moving forward should that recon go down because he's got information about exactly where he is.
Jinrai, recon, Kinoko. No, Rain is rushing. Interesting death pack.
Muffin is coming, covering the ghost right now in the bottom of helicopter looking at basement.
Ren is in position to death pack in
Domler. Miso just got dropped by Kanoko in Hanger. Muffin's
That's the
still
risk
holding.
of being a scout for the team as the recon.
I gotta say, these are some great pictures. The way they're holding angles together, this is fantastic. I love it.
Agree. Since the score right now is 1-1, neither side feel the need to be aggressive to risk anything. A timeout in this case would go to neither team's disadvantage. Why is it's being so static currently?
Rain got dropped pushing forward by Rusher. They were holding that angle really tight.
So now it's down to 2v2.
Looks
Jerry,
like
however, yeah, no, they are still within the same area. He's going for the ghost. He's breaking the stalemate. And you can see NSF becoming active all of a sudden. They're pushing.
yeah, they're gonna meet in basement.
Yes, all the
Here we
action is
go.
outside of basement now. Incoming frag.
Oh,
To the
incoming
kitchen.
frag, and he gets one. Rusher's still up, low health. He drops Kanoko and gets dropped by Muffin. I mean, noble effort on NSF. It looks like Jinrai playing safe this time versus pushing forward the last time as a team worked out in their favor. And I don't think NSF picked the right route to come confront them, both coming from one direction.
They were both in the basement, however, so it was taking the long way would have been extremely long, going back basically to their spawn.
Yeah, correct.
I also find interesting the team compositions. 2 assaults, 1 recon on both sides. No supports. They're slow.
Yeah, I think when 3v3, you got to cover a lot of ground, so you need the speed. Miso gets dropped by Rain, and Rain gets dropped by Rusher in right outside of basement in the helicopter pad. Rusher's still there holding.
Yeah, defending the ghost, essentially.
And
The way
doesn't feel like,
Domler and Rusher are set up, they were blocking the whole tarmac, the whole upper level. Domler's pushing now, however.
Dama gets the drop on Muffin. Rusher starts moving through basement, but Kanoko is way up by Skybridge.
He reached the underground now, but he's...
Looks like Rusher's going for the ghost.
Nah, Domler is. Domler is going for the ghost. Rusher is just going to defend his team.
Oh, yeah.
Calls out. This is the importance of the ghost element is what makes Neo Tokyo so unique compared to other games like Counter-Strike.
Correct.
You cannot argue with the intel. Kinoko didn't take a single point of damage there.
Wow. And he hit Rusher for 80, so that was great. Rusher is down. Domler is going to try to make it to the cap. He may be able to get there, actually.
If he doesn't get stuck on the doors.
Yeah.
No source engine. However, Kinoko isn't stupid. He knows he doesn't have to just follow the ghost guy. He can wait outside by that fence.
Yep, and cover him before he gets to the cap zone. Dama's probably going back to get his gun.
But was caught
automatic
off guard.
toxin, yeah. Kanoko was a great spot. He could swing all the way out to the NSF spawn and watch the ghosts swing back to hangar, see if they were coming back around the flank. Well played. Yeah. Yeah, you're actually right. I was wondering about that because that's what I was saying. I think he can make it.
Indeed.
Right.
Yes, which is why Muffin went support now.
Rain dropped a depth pack in mid. Dama checking out Skybridge. Rusher supporting him up there. Kanoko coming back into... What's that cubby hole where Kanoko's at? where he was last round. It's where you can drop down into hangar, but you can't come back up unless you're a recon.
The fence area?
Yeah. It's got a name. We used to call it out. I forget what it is. It's basically a trap if you get stuck.
Dumbler does have the height advantage, and he could quickly push through the rooftop to the other side to tarmac south, but it is risky. Right now, tying would not be in NSF's favor. I hope NSF realizes
No,
that.
we're not. Yeah, they need to make a decision.
They seem pretty comfortable with the high ground, but again,
Rain gets dropped, but he's got information. Somebody's at the top of Sky Bridge. Dominic moving in and gets confronted because they had information about where he was. He traded 25 to 58 health, so he came out the victor to that one.
does
As far
he
as
still
health goes,
have a frag though?
that's a good question. I'm not sure.
Rusher went in for the flank.
Flank.
See, through the rooftop, exactly like we called it earlier.
Yep.
And now they sandwich them.
Pincer attack. Yet again, I think that works a lot better in this format than in the other format because it's harder to get us, to fully encapsulate an enemy. But in a 3v3 situation on different routes, it's not hard to get, two of your players around one of their player and pinch them between a very sore spot.
Yeah, again, because of the poor map control given by having only 3 people. If you were to utilize all 3 of them for map control, then individually they could be prompted by the enemy gathering up and pushing only in one direction.
Ooh, grenade comes through. Russia gets saved by the door. Thank God for grenade physics on 2006 Source Engine, no less. Look where that grenade went off, and look where he was standing.
Really lucky.
Yeah, you just backed up outside the range of the door, and the explosion
Kinoko is
magically
pushing through the
disappears.
basement. He's trying to go for the tarmac.
Miso's waiting for him when he comes down.
Are you sure, Miso? He's
Oh, my bad. Yeah, Miso's in hangar. My bad. Rain
Kinoko
walking
is being
through.
reinforced by Rain.
Looks like they're pushing up to tarmac now. Muffin's walking the other side of Sky Bridge.
Got the drop.
Domler spraying down at tarmac. Russia has not moved. Miso is pushing up to support Domler, it looks like. Yep, he's going to peek. He's waiting at the top of the stairs. Kinoko may get exposed.
He's got the damage advantage. And he got pushed at close range. That's probably the most effective way outside of a grenade to deal with somebody who is watching around an area. Just pushing them around the corner at very close range.
Yep. Russia drops Kinoko after he stepped up to the tarmac. He was still holding.
With Domler's assist.
Yep.
Again, it's pairs trumping individual players.
Muffin with support, getting harassed to the glass.
Rain is pushing the Sky Bridge right after emptying his Mac.
Wow. Fantastic.
Completely took Domler by surprise.
Russia holding a safe angle all the way in the back. Tarmac. Well, not all the way back, but halfway back. And we'll see how... Oh, Rain
well, it's a tie anyway. As long as there are players alive on each side, it's a tie with this format.
I think server listed it as a win for Jinrai because when the time went out, it was still 2 players on the Jinrai team and only 1 on NSF.
That's how it works in vanilla, indeed.
Yeah, correct. Correct.
Agreed.
This is interesting. I think there may be some life to a Neo Tokyo 4v4 format, perhaps, or 3v3 with much smaller maps.
It does have potential. Dumbler is pushing through the rooftop. Last time it worked for Rusher when they boxed Skybridge. Is anyone Skybridge
Muffin's
down?
got the ghost.
They know where Dumbler is then.
Rain is mid. They know where Daimler is. Daimler knows that they know where he is.
The missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. Rusher's verticality paid off.
Kanoko with the MX raining down on the guys up on Skybridge. Russia is backed off a little bit. Miso has actually come all the way over to the. Oh, he threw a grenade, didn't get the kill. Miso down to 5 HP. Yeah. Kanoko down to 16.
That's the smart option. They have a
Muffin's
strong defensible position with the Ghost and the double MX combo. Double. Yes.
Looks like Daimler's going the back way down to. And he gets the flank. Yep.
It's a flank. Miso
Down
is
the helipad.
committing as well. They're all going in. They're all going in on the support.
Great way to squeeze. I forgot about that stairway down that Daimler took to a helipad.
There for a reason. This
Yeah.
is the reason.
It's the easy way to get the tarmac from tarmac to helipad unseen.
So now it's 3v3. Unlike the previous match, well, this one's a lot more balanced.
Watching the other match, it felt very balanced, despite the scoreboard. It definitely felt as if it was any man's game. Any team could take it. It didn't feel one-sided, and I think that's just due to the way that the 3v3 makes people make decisions. Russia really holding it down on Skybridge against trying to figure out who he was shooting at. With Rain?
Rain, yeah.
Yeah, he came out worse for wear because Russia's only got 7 health and Rain's at 65.
Which is why Russia fell back all the way into their spawn. Kind of hard to blame him with 7 HP, and from this angle he can watch both the rooftop and Skybridge easily.
Miso with the Super 7 chilling and mid, it looks like.
At that close range.
Yeah, that's going to be a...
Kinoko is going for it. Slowly, but with backup, with Muffin. Let's see how they end. Out goes the grenade.
Oh!
In goes Miso with the shotgun.
Grenade misses.
And
Miso missed Muffin entirely. Rain gets dropped by Daimler.
That's one of the things I like about Neo Tokyo. There are blurps of action. There is a lot of waiting time, a lot of consideration, planning, thinking. But when the action hits, there's absolutely no stopping it, and it's explosive.
Smoke comes out.
However, Russia... Yeah, see, when you have a player with low HP, relegate them to Ghost Calling. Might as well. Muffin's pushing.
Yeah, he's got the vision, and they can't see, so they can't take this fight. And yeah, they can see him, and he can see them. Grenade goes out from Russia. Doesn't find Muffin at all. Muffin had already retreated back inside.
15 seconds left. And he's still pushing it. He doesn't want to simply tie, apparently.
He's watching his his other angle, and it seemed to be moving up.
And it's a tie, even though the scoreboard says intercept.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
True that. True. Missed opportunity. Good point.
Okay, it looks like we're about to go live on LANFest here shortly. There's 25 people watching. Yeah. Just a little bit.
Yes, I would start by... Oh, that nade. I did see, yeah, Rain placed the death pack in the same spot multiple times. This time it paid off. Rusher's down to 33 HP. He's got the height advantage, but Kinoko has the ghost in his hands. He can call him out to his teammates. Muffin, well, just Muffin, really. Rusher could just try to time this out as well, since it's not in his favor. Got the grenade, but he...
And we are live on the LANFest channel right now.
4-3. The stalemate has been broken.
Ladies and gentlemen of LANFest, thank you for watching for LANFest in general, and welcome to the Neo Tokyo pre-Winter Warzone tournament. We are in the midst of our second match.
It's RENRAKU against BONK. Currently, the score is by 1 point in favor on the Jinrai side. BONK side, they have two assaults and 1 support. It's lower than an
Ooh,
SF.
Rain just got the best of Miso at the recon tunnel next to Skybridge. And drops Rusher, man. That MX is woof.
That was a failed rush. 3v1, pretty hard on Daimler now. Plus, he's being watched by the Ghost Caller.
Can he see him from where he...
I believe it is, yes, 27 meters.
Yep.
It goes up to 45 meters or so.
So for those that aren't initiated, in Neo Tokyo, when you're holding the ghost, which is the flag, but it's a ghost in Neo Tokyo, yeah, you basically get wall hacks. So you can see everybody on the enemy team within a range of about 30, 35 meters. However, you're vulnerable when you have 45 meters?
Yes.
Wow. So yeah, it's 45 meters. You can see enemies through walls. But while you're holding the ghost, you obviously can't hold a weapon, and you have to drop your primary weapon in order to pick up the ghost. So you're, regimented to your sidearm when you switch back.
Also, both teams can always see where the ghost is and whether somebody has it or not. So it can act as if one team grabs the ghost, they are vulnerable to a counterattack. Action going down in the basement, and Rusher forgot that the shotgun does not penetrate through the glass. And so Rain just got a free upgrade to the AA-12, which is the upper tier shotgun, lieutenant weapon.
That's gonna be that's devastating. This thing.
It is also match point. They can't tie this anymore, otherwise BONK would win the round.
Rain tried a risky grenade through the top of Hangar. It didn't quite work out. He's moving through the midsection now.
Miso managed to get the drop on Muffin as he was entering briefing room.
But it cost them 46 points of health.
That's what happens when you have two supports with an MX confronting each other. It's a battle of the titans. Rain's going for the Sky Bridge.
And Daimler's holding the wrong side, so we'll see how that works out.
Not necessarily. He might have peeked. Yes. He peeked through the very small gap only for vision. Once he saw Rain moving on to the other side, that's when he peeked. Miso's right by the ghost now, defending it. And Rin is trying to go... Yes, he's trying to go for an underground flank now. Tumbler is pushing Skybridge on top of Miso and the Ghost. Kinoko is holding back behind the Skybridge. There's only 25 seconds left, and
it looks like Kinoko gets the best of Daimler. So it's up to Miso to check
has
this
15
out.
seconds to kill both enemies, or else his team loses. 10 seconds left. That's ballistic glass, you can't shoot through it.
Miso exposing himself in hangar, gets one.
But it's timeout.
Wow.
The tie works in Jinra's favor, who are going to win 5-3 this match. Or is it?
You have to win.
It's still match point. I was one round early, basically. Good. Which means NSF gets a second chance at it. They are moving faster. They have understood this time. They need to move. Two of them are going underground.
Kinoko's on the Ghost now.
Miso's holding the hangar alone as a support.
Damo's coming up. Damo's coming up to hangar now to support Miso.
Russia's still pushing through the base.
Kinoko has picked up the Ghost.
Got cut off guard, however. Flank failed.
So for those who don't know, the Ghost changes position from map to map. I mean, from round to round. Sometimes it's closer to one team. Sometimes it's in the middle. Sometimes it's closer to the other team.
Frag grenade out!
Wow, and he gets Muffin with the frag grenade.
Frag grenade out!
Looks like Miso took damage on that. He's only got 12 health left. He drops Rain. And Dama drops Kinoko, NSF pulling through on that one.
They'll need to win one more round, at the very least, to tie. Or are there two more rounds? Let's see. No, this is the last round. The real match point. It's either NSF wins the round, and both teams are going to tie, which will award them 1 point each for the round robin format. Or they tie or lose this round and therefore will receive no points in the round robin format. Yes, yes we did.
Well, either way, we can call it. Oh, man. You know, you hate when that happens. Unless it was on purpose, suicide, jump in. But that does not seem to be the case this time.
It happens to the best of us. Grenade exchange between... that was actually a smoke. That was a good distraction on Miso's side. He can see through the smoke, of course, as a support, because he has thermal vision. So Jinra is on the defensive, cornered northeast. And NSF are gathering up. It's going to be 3v2.
So for those who don't know, there's three classes in Tokyo. You have support, recon, and assault, and they have different vision modes. So when you see smoke grenades, only support class can see through smoke grenades. Every other class cannot see through them at all.
Beautiful nade over there. It bounced off the container and exploded right on top of the Jinrai member who was hiding right behind it.
So it's a true tie.
Unless sudden...
No.
It should be.
So just let them know that it's a tie according to rules. I mean, if they want to play it. Fantastic. So that concludes round 2 of Group B.